So let's take a look at doing a basic scoring using in my case I've got an A4 sheet which looks very similar to what your scorebook will look like. First things first, a normal pen or a normal pencil is just not going to be good enough. So if I'm going to do something in pencil, I'm going to use something that's 0.5 HB, 0.5 mil lead, very thin, so you don't want to press hard on it. Or if I'm going to use a pen, I'm either going to use the coloured pens, individual coloured pens, or again I'm going to use one of these 4 barrels multicoloured pens, and in this case they are 0.7. You need to use fine things because the amount of data you might get in and over, and a lot of what I've seen done by people who don't normally score basically do not do this well. So on this sheet of paper, as you can see, I've already put in the top 2 batsmen, Jason Roy and Alex Hales, and the opening bowler is going to be Mitchell Starc. Now, the way I normally do it is that I'll do an arrow down there and an arrow down there. And I'll normally do 3 balls on each column. And I'm therefore telling anybody who reads this afterwards that I'm doing, my methodology is downwards, not, I'm doing vertical methodology rather than horizontal methodology. Okay, so Mitchell Starc's bowling this first over, and this is actually from something I might show you a little later, which is a one-day international at Old Trafford on the 8th of September 2015. So I've got it somewhere else. So I'll show you another variant. I'll show you that thing, but at the moment I'll use it to illustrate it. So the first ball is bowled. It's a dot ball. So therefore the sequence of events are a dot, top left hand corner, represents the first ball. A dot against Jason Roy, eye vertical, the first ball he's received. At that point nothing else needs to be done because there's been nothing else happened. A second ball is a dot ball, so exactly the same. A third ball is a dot ball. A fourth ball is a dot ball. Sorry, there's not a lot happening here, but I'm actually following what happened in the game. A fifth ball and a wide is signalled by the umpire. They don't run, so it's just a vertical normal cross to show the wide. Now, I will personally then identify this the same way at the batsman, and I'll put a plus there. It doesn't affect the number of balls he's actually received. It's the one item that doesn't actually affect him. But as we now record in bowls at bowler's level and batsman's level, we need to record everything. But we're not finished. It's the first run. So we need to cross, well, we don't cross, we actually put a W over the number 1 to signal that the first run scored was a wide. And then over in the analysis area, we have to put 1 against wides. And the remaining 2 balls of the over, again, dot balls. So, at the end of the first over, which will start is 0 for 1. And although on this sheet, because it's an A4, it's very much a compromised sheet, then at the end of the over, it's 1 for 0, and the bowler was 1. If we look at next over, which is going to be bowled by James Pattinson, I'm going to do it in pen, and I've chosen blue. So if I put him as James Pattinson, and now you could cause it all manner of colours. You could have individual colours for batsmen and bowlers, in which case then you're going to have to use multiple colours against individual points of contact to show which batsman, what runs he scored off the bowler for the batsman, and which batsman scored runs off the bowler for the bowler. Yes, confusing. I don't go that far, I just stick with different colours for the bowlers. And in this over, it goes dot. Now, of course, second over, they've not made a run, so that ball is received by Alex Hales. Dot. The second ball is a wide. So even the 0.7 is a bit more, it's taking up more room than the 0.5. And then a dot. And then another wide is signalled. Oh, and I've missed out 2 things. I need to put a W against 2 and W against 3. Naughty. And then it goes dot, dot, and then we go, a 4 is scored. And that's scored by Alex Hales. And now we need to do a line 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the final ball is a dot. So at the end of the second over, Pattinson is now 0 for 6, 2 wides plus the 4. And the score, as you can see, is 7. So up here we're going to go 7 for 0, and that was bowler 2. Now I hope that's just enough of an illustration of basics. So the minimum effort for every single ball on a scorebook is at least in 2 places. Against the bowler analysis and against the batsman. And then at the end of the over, you put the end of the over figures in whatever section is for the end of the over. And the tally, you keep the tally going. So in a tally, a bye would be a B, So if there's 4 byes, you'd write the letter B 4 times. L would be for leg bye, N would be for no ball. The only other thing, again, is that, which I can't really illustrate here very well, is the use of an underline, which can stand for a situation where something else has happened, especially something like a run out. Now the problem with runouts, of course, is that this method isn't very good at showing which person was run out. But at least you can see on that ball that a run out happened, and hopefully through all the analysis up here, plus the statement of how out, etc., you'll understand which batsman was out. Plus, of course, you've got the fall of wickets section here, so again, that should hopefully tell you which wicket it was, and therefore all the rest of it. I hope that's enough for basic scoring on a scorebook. If you're interested in looking at other things, there is a really good YouTube channel called Run Wickets Overs. That's runs, R-U-N-S, W-K-T-S, overs in one word. That's produced by Sue Drinkwater, who is the county scorer for Worcestershire, and she does a very good job of various things of scoring, but more so the computer scoring, which is going to be shown as a separate item. At this point I'll stop this recording and we'll move on to look at something else.